Good morning, guys. I hope everyone is doing great. It is like 9 o'clock for me right now, and I didn't know what video I should do this week, but I just like out of the blue thought maybe I should just do like a random reading vlog. We can do that. So, last night I did embark on a new series that I may or may not already love so much, and that would be A Court of Thorns and Roses. I am on page 173, and I already love it so much, and so we're just gonna do a reading vlog. I'll give my input. I'll try not to spoil anyone, but yeah, we're just gonna do a random reading vlog, and I figure if like this is interesting and people love this series, then, you know, I think people will enjoy. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make breakfast because I'm starving, and I'm gonna make coffee, and then we are just going to read, and we're just gonna have fun. So yeah, I will update you guys when I start reading. I got my breakfast. I am going to eat this, and then I'm gonna read my book. I think I'm gonna watch Lord of the Rings. Why did I say that weird? Lord of the Rings, because that's like a childhood movie that I used to watch when I was younger. I mean, and it kind of, A Court of Thorns and Roses kind of give me like Lord of the Ring vibes because of like the atmosphere, like the rolling hills and the woods, and just how like beautiful and ethereal everything looks. Like gives me Lord of the Rings vibes. And so I definitely want to like put that on while I'm reading, because I feel like it adds, like if you put something that reminds you of the book, it can literally just be like a background or music or anything that reminds you of the book, then you kind of feel a little bit more immersed into the story. And I'm already like immersed, but I love it so much that I want to like feel even more like, you know what I mean, in with the story. So I'm probably gonna put on Lord of the Rings and read Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna finish my breakfast, and then we will read. I'm on chapter 20. So far, one thing about this book is I already know, because my TikTok at one point was literally full of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, it spoiled some things for me. It spoiled enough that I know, like, the romance that I could see isn't what will happen, but from what I know is the actual love interest is like a fan favorite, and I won't say any names because I don't want to spoil it. For reference, I'm on page 186, and Farah is doing something that she should not be doing, and I'm just really nervous for her. She did not listen to Tamlin, and I'm nervous for her. What's she doing? She's gonna come across something scary. She should have just stayed in her chamber like Tamlin told her to. Apparently they can smell her, so I'm just really nervous for her. That's why I keep shaking my head, and I'm like, don't even want to. I'm nervous. But yeah. just wanted to say that a very influential character was just he was just introduced in the book. You know? So yeah, there wasn't like a formal greeting. It was kind of like just a quick something that happened. We don't know his name yet, even though I already know his name because everyone's read this. And I see spoilers everywhere, but I'm really excited. Okay guys, ignore my hair. I'm letting Olaplex sit in there because I'm planning on curling it. Listen, I know that I know that you guys are probably wondering if I'm okay. Don't worry, I'm fine. I know I look weird, but I am past the halfway point on A Court of Thorns and Roses, ACOTAR 231, chapter 26, and Tamlin and Feyre. I'm having a hard time not shipping it. I can ship it in the moment, but not long term. So I'm shipping it short term, okay? Because I know what's gonna happen. Like, I know, but I can't help it because tension, you know. So that's where I'm at. I think they like, I don't know. I'm going to bachelorette party tonight, so I need to make rice. So I need to find time to finish this. I would like to finish it. I don't know, it's kind of, I might have to finish it tomorrow, but I'll read as much as I can today. I'll probably read more, but I'm going to do all my things first. Once I'm all done and then I get back to reading, I will get back to you guys, okay? Okay. See you guys in a few. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is probably the most put together you've seen me. I know, right? Sorry if it's a jump scare. I am a stay-at-home wife. I don't really, you know. So now that I did my hair and just, you know, relax, I kind of want to continue to read a couple more pages. I'm low-key sad because Feyre left the spring court. Like, Tamlin made her go home because it was dangerous to have her there, and now she's home, and I like already miss the like spring court POV and all that, and Tamlin and Lucian and Rhysand, is that his name? Rhysand? I don't know. But I'm like, I already know it'll go back because, but I'm already eager to go back to that storyline. Hello guys, it is 2 days later and I finished A Court of Thorns and Roses. I came home after the bridal shower and read a little bit, and then Sunday I had church, was hanging out with family, so I was busy, couldn't film, and then I finished A Court of ACOTAR last night. So I finished it last night and I gave it a 4 stars. I literally loved it so much. I mean, it was just like incredible. Like, you know, the thing that I'm confused about is I definitely ship her with someone else, but I thought that it would be like I thought that she would definitely stray away from you know who and then start to like you know who. But in this one, like I just started this one, I'm only on page 14. She is like serious about the one guy who she originally liked, and I was like, but I think that it's going to, you know, I think it's gonna get to the point where she might not like him anymore. I don't know. But I'm still excited. This is a thick book. It has like over 600 pages, I think. But I'm excited. I already like it. So I'm on page 14. I will update you guys when I have something to say about it. I'm on page 30 and I'm just getting vibes from Feyre that she's getting a little bored. Actually, it's not vibes, it's like true, like she's getting bored. And I think a certain someone will show up and she won't be bored anymore.
Good food, a warm heart, and all the comforts of home.
I'm just highly confused why Tamlin is never honest with Feyre. Like, and then Rising just tells her straight up how it is. That's why I appreciate him. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. Hello, guys. Alright, I look really bad right now. Just ignore that. Please just ignore it. I am on page 162. Just flying through this book. Took my makeup off. Took my contacts out. currently watching The Hobbit. I'm just vibing this book. I mean, I knew that I would love it. I really like it. And we just had some new characters introduced because, let's just say, Feyre, she is no longer... She's somewhere new. And she's not going back to the other place. With someone special who we love. We love him. I'm loving it so far. I'm loving all the new characters. And I'm very intrigued, and I don't see myself like putting it down anytime soon. I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah. Let's read. Hello guys. So it is the next day and we're gonna finish this book today. We are gonna finish A Court of Mist and Fury. I am exactly halfway to the midway point of the book and I'm loving it so far. We're watching Spiderwick Chronicles. If you guys remember that movie when you were like in middle school, you're a real one. But we're gonna sit here and we're gonna read. We're gonna love it. We're gonna love it. It's like, if you don't want spoilers with like people and like love interests, but literally Rysand and Feyre, their tension and just like the build up, like literally everything Rysand says that alludes to like a flirtation towards Feyre, I'm like, oh, I'm like literally eating it up. And because it's a fantasy book, like it's not like always, it's like pretty small parts, but then those small parts like are so amazing. So I'm really excited. But yes, we're gonna finish her up today. You know, we're just gonna chill out. So without further ado, let's read. So I'm on page 360 and I am at the part where Feyre and Amrin went to get the book that was like underneath. It was like in a cave or something. They almost died, but they got the book, and it's like kind of weird, but I'm still loving it. For those around this book, page 372 literally it's making me sad. Rysand. I'm sorry, I know it's pronounced Rysand. I'm calling him Rysand. I'm sorry. That's just what I'm calling him, because that's just what my brain says when I read it, and for some reason that just makes more sense. Rysand had a nightmare. Apparently he has them as often as Feyre had, and she didn't know, and then she felt like the bond to comfort him, and he was literally just so sad. Like, I wanted to cry for him. I just felt awful. It was just so sad. I love them together so much. The mortal queens are annoying. They're annoying. I don't like them. All I'm gonna say is Court of Nightmare. I think what I'm going to do now, if you know like what I'm talking about, then you know that I need a break. I am going to go to McDonald's and just get like a fry and a McFlurry because I'm craving that right now. So, I will be back. Hello guys, I'm back. Got my McFlurry. Already ate my fries. Now it's time to get back to this beautiful. If you guys are wondering why I'm here all day, it's because I'm a stay-at-home wife. I'm married, in case you didn't know. And my husband, he's either working, he's been off for the last 6 days, but he's going back to work tomorrow, and he's hanging out with his brother right now. So I'm home alone. But that is why I just sit here and read, is because I fortunately don't work right now. If this turns into a job, then that would be like literally amazing. Probably my biggest dream ever. But yeah, so that's why I just don't work. And then sometimes I'm busy, but for the most part, I'm usually at home. So we're gonna read. I just want to tell you guys that, because if you're like, what is wrong with her? Why does she just lay on this couch and do nothing? And listen, I get it. But I'm the type of person, I'm a major homebody. I am an introvert and a homebody, and I love just being in the comfort of my home. I'm not a big outdoorsy person. Will I venture out of the wilderness? Sometimes, yeah. Like, I went and got McDonald's, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I went and I drove to McDonald's. Like, that's nuts. Like, I went and drove to McDonald's. Sorry. But yeah, so I thrive at home, and I love reading. So why not thrive at home, watch King Kong, and read? You know? I think that's like everyone's dream, like. So, yeah, I just wanted to explain myself. You know? I thought I don't know what, I think I just scratched my neck accidentally. I think I owed you guys an explanation for my slothfulness. Yeah. But we're gonna read now. Okay? Okay. Lucian just went. He just found Pharaoh and wants to take her. Hello guys, so the last clip you saw was last night. I did finish A Court of Mist and Fury last night, so I did finish this one. So this is the official review, okay? So this is the morning after I finished this. So let's just do a review. We will first start off with ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses. So this one was definitely not as action-packed as A Court of Mist and Fury, which, I mean, obviously, like, this has a ton of world building, and you might get, like, the bulk of the action in here, but I still enjoyed the world building. Like, if I understand what's happening and, like, the world building, then I enjoy the world building. It's just if I don't understand the world building, that's when I get a little frustrated. So yeah, this one had mainly like some world building, like she was staying at the Spring Court with Tamlin and their trust was like this and she was getting used to everything, and then she went to underneath the mountain with Aramantha. I don't really know how to say her name, and she basically like tortures Feyre, and she has to go through 3 trials and solve a riddle to like break from Aramantha's, like, from her torturing her. So that's where we get. So that's the bulk of the action in this one. Spoiler free, let's just say the action is mostly here. The world building is still nice though. Like, it's really fun to understand, and like just gets some background on things. It's fairly short. It's really not that long. And it's a beautiful book. I mean, that really just helps the case, doesn't it? So, that was A Court of Thorns and Roses. I gave this one a 4 stars, mainly because it was just world building, a little bit of action. I knew that the books would progress and get better, so this got a 4 stars from me. So then we go into A Court of Mist and Fury, and this one has a ton of action, a ton of character development, a ton of new characters, a ton of like secrets being revealed, and just more things are being found out, and it just kept me on my toes the whole time. And you'd be surprised like seeing how thick it is. This is a 629 page book, so it's pretty thick. It's a pretty thick book, and it kept me on my toes the whole entire time. You know, there was some tension and some with 2 characters, you know. I'm gonna assume you know who I'm talking about. All I'm gonna say is yes. All I'm gonna say is I loved it. All I'm gonna say is it literally was so good. I literally love, his name is Rizan. I'm calling him Rizan. We're just gonna get that out of the way. We're just gonna get that out of the way. Well, what my suspicions for why him and Feyre were so this, like, I knew that would come up and that would be like something that would happen, but then it happened and I was like, it just makes me want to ship them even more and like love them, you know? And then it got to a point where there was something like they went to a place, a dangerous place. They knew it was dangerous, they did it anyways, and they got caught. And then they got brought to like the throne room, and all of a sudden our little guy Tamlin shows up. Our guy Tamlin shows up, and we're like, okay. And he kind of like had a little alliance with the king to get Feyre to go with him. And we're like, no, Tamlin, we don't like you. I don't like you because you did my girl dirty. You did my girl dirty. Like, no. And then her sisters show up and like they're like threatening to turn them into High Fae and ruining their life when Nesta and Elaine just want to stay human. Feyre, being the selfless person she is, she's like, take me back to Tamlin. Please don't do anything to them. Take me to Tamlin. I will go with Tamlin. This and that. And then Tamlin gets the nerve to say, break the bond and you can come with me. Break the bond or else we're going to kill your sisters and you're going to come with me. Which my heart was literally breaking at this point. I was like, I cannot deal with their bond being broken. If that is even something that could possibly happen. Like, I literally could not do that. So that literally was breaking my heart already. And then Feyre's like, fine, break the bond and then I'll go with you. And I was like, Feyre, no, like, you cannot break the bond with Rizan. Like, I was literally on the verge of tears. And then it happened and I was sobbing. Like, I was like tears were streaming down my face and my husband was looking at me. He's like, babe, it's okay. Whatever it is, it's just a book. And I was like, no, it's not. You don't understand. You don't get it. And I was like, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He'll never get it. But I was like, tears were just streaming down my face. And I was like freaking out. Like, this cannot be how this ends. Like, I know that there's a third book, but what if they just don't have a bond anymore? What if they aren't my OTP? Like, what happens? And then, you know, their bond gets broken and she goes with Tamlin. And we finally get a Rizan POV, which was nice, but he kind of like was saying something weird, and then we went to Feyre's POV. And basically in her head, since we're in her head, she was like, oh, this guy thinks that he broke our bond. No, he just broke our bargain, not our bond. So our bond is still intact. Our bargain, the week that she has to go with Ryzan, that's broken. But since they're mates, like, it really doesn't matter at this point. So their bond actually wasn't broken. And that's when I was like, good. So she's just like, went back to Spring Court with Tamlin, basically pretending. I totally missed a part, is that Lucian went to try and save Elaine, and I'm assuming when she turned into High Fae, something clicked, and apparently they're mates now, which is really cool because I like Lucian. I like his character. So that's something interesting that happened. But anyways, he's like, doesn't really get the gist that she's being completely sarcastic and not being honest when she's like, I miss this place, I love this place, I'm so happy I'm back home. In her head, she's like, you lying piece of trash. And it's just funny. So I'm assuming, so yeah, so that's where this one ends, is her like walking back to Spring Court with Tamlin and, you know, her thoughts, saying how she really feels. And so that's where this one ends. Oh, and then I guess I should say I give this one a 5 stars. I mean, it was easily 5 stars. It like kept me on my toes. I was fully invested. I loved like every single new character. I loved every single character development. I loved the romance. That is my review of A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury. Guys, these books were incredible and I loved them so much. But really, who is surprised? No one is surprised that I love these books as much as I did. After this, I'm going to continue on the series, but I'm going to have a separate reading vlog for those. So that would be A Court of Wings and Ruin and A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is the small novella between, I assume, A Court of Wings and Ruin and A Court of Silver Flames. But I don't have A Court of Silver Flames because I'm waiting for it to deliver, which I pre-ordered it, but it's coming September 8th, I think. So we're gonna have to wait on a reading vlog for that. But my next video is definitely going to be a reading vlog for A Court of Wings and Ruin and A Court of Frost and Starlight. So, yes. So that is my reading vlog for these 2 books. I love them so much, and I know that this is a very wildly loved series for good reason. So if you're like me and you love watching people react to things you love, like it's either movies or books, then watch this video and just watch people love what you love. And it's like the best feeling ever when they love it as much as you. And just, you know, you can just revel in that with them. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you got this far, I want to thank you for trudging through this journey with me. It was like it was so incredible, and I'm so glad that I decided to start a YouTube video and have these videos go out. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like me, if you want to see more reading vlogs, if you want to see more book content. Please like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in my next reading vlog. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.